Gye-Nyame, oh! Gye-Nyame. Oh, you don't know what I mean because you only practice Kwanzaa one time a year. We at Gye-Nyame Journey, we practice Kwanzaa 365 days a year, allowing the power of our culture to help build what our ancestors called the best life. And we're inviting you to do the same. Come and join us at freegnjecourse.com so that we can start building together. I'm out.
Oh, it's time to grab your glass, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Take a breath, take your breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your or should water. I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your or should water. I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. You can do it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that health in. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Drink. 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 Come on. Come on. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 What? Drink your water. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Great week of Imani, family. We are in the first week of Imani in the year. We have completed our first 7 weeks of the new year. Well, actually, not, well, yeah, for us, but y'all know what I'm saying. Anyway, but hey, we are on Imani. I want to welcome everybody here. First off, anime, baby, could you let them know they are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Tim. Of course, you know this art of a silver production all day, every day. We strive to blow up your old paradigm. Oh, thank you very much. Now, let's move straight into the toast. My mic will come into the screen just a little bit because I changed the position of my camera. Also, I want to show those that's getting the e-newsletter. This is what the pink oyster mushrooms look like when they're dried. And, I could just, throw them in some stuff when I'm cooking for the flavor. Got a nice little meaty texture on it. Sticks in your teeth like chicken too. Which I ain't checking a long time. It sticks in your teeth like fake meat. Let's say that. All right, so let's get to the toast. We got those that by the time y'all see this, hopefully y'all be joining us because every Imani at 7 p.m. we do sofa chat. We're gonna have a sofa chat. We're talking about healing just a little bit more on the show. So let's get straight to it. First off, y'all came here for the toast, so let's get it. First, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose, call that creator. We lift up the creator and we say the words of power. In these parts, we say the word of Ashe. We say the words of Ashe. Okay, thank you. Good help is hard to find. So we're going to lift up and we're going to go straight to our list, family. Let's get our ancestors up in the house. Let's lift them up high. We got Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert, the Texana, Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William, Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Eileen, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Over Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown, the second, Barbara Twigs, Wash Ellis, Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Flora, Montague Pittman, No More X, Pet Mont, Rob Malik Core, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamau, the farmer, Elder Millie Dix, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Hayes, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling, and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley, and the Luxor Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Miss Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, John Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trade, Frank Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Louis Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Claybury, Beatty, Sel Well, Livy the Farmer, Argoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keishla Reese, Linda Watson, Jarrell Giles Watson, Spell, Slimmy, Seven Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Davina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Moorman, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, Jane Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Haley Investor, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amitep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Franklin Russell and David, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Peter Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, Tamika Russell, Imani, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We got William Walter West, Nigel Perez of the Basiji Falani, Jim Robson, Guys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, These Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Ines Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scatterberry, Wilson Headley, Emma Hines, Feathers Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Either Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Carter Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Archie Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensible, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. We got Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, Dave Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jepson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Amina Rosin, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donnie Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Dan Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Yulana and Drew Baker, Patricia and Edward Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie, Harriet Tubman McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Ann Nino Baby Hatch, at Senior, Mally Miller, Housley Hashtag, Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Prince Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary France, Jabel Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alice Marley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erleton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah All, Jerome Alls, and West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Browning Sr., Henry Wilson, Rupert Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Captain Sanders, Mira Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Herman Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Ira, Benjamin Cooper, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Everett McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. Now we move to the Black Book. We got who we got in the Black Book, Brother Hot Tim? Who we got in the Black Book? In the Black Book, we got Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shank Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joey, Ryan Ross Wiggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jepson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Sarah Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lunk, Elizabeth Johnson, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jasandra Lynette Lewis, and Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walter, Emma Walter, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walter, William Walton, Fred Powers. We got Elijah Warren Hakeem and Coma, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey. We got Victor Bolton. We got Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, T.L.R. Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods. We got Juanita Alexander Brown. You got Cynthia Anwright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins. You got Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Simone DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Regal Johnson, Kim Grace, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Murrow, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Murrow, Charles A. Young, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Ellis Sr., Gladys Coper, Ozell Ellis Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Don, Sable Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter. We got Mae Smith, Juanette Florian, Steph Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nicey, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, LeBron Kincaid, Carlos Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Grant Abula, Papa Al Risa, Nynette Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Gill, LaShawn Jamar, Leroy Raleigh, Mona Yolanda Honey, Yvonne Patrice Turner, Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Nina Kate, Pam Johnson, Vera Reeves Fisher, Jerry Justin McCallum, also known as Mama Moon. We got Sheila Ann Lee, Panchita Alba, Donna Brooks, Barbara Mozart, The Spate, Eric Branson, Eric Winston, Darren Bridges, Francisco Matisse, also known as Sonny. We got Charles Stevenson Jr., King Plessis, Eric Keat, Lena Shepard, Bretta Willard, Mabel Haskins, Wilbur Shepard, Dennis Jackson, William Haskins, Geraldine Jackson, Henry Jackson Sr., Edward Jones, Leslie Travis, Charlize Barnes. Got DeJuan Lewis Taylor, Madeline Yates, June Dandridge, Daisy Wilfork, Reggie Smith, James Amanda Baldwin, Linda Williams, Sally Williams, Vivian Stevenson. We got Irene Harris, Kelly Williams, Abu Scales, Pat Williams, Mrs. Bertha Walker. We got Tony Ogletree, Grandma Marguerite, Tracy Emery, Hassan Abdul Razak, Vivian Johnson, BJ Jones, Avishel, Roberto Monterosa, Chet Word, Mama Rahani, Deborah Michelle Nash, Joseph Lane Miller III, Renoko Rashidi, Bobby Battle, Fred Gasson, Tracy Gasson, Odora Gibson, Elder Simba, Brother Bashir, Tommy Hustle, also known as Tommy the Barber. We got Elder Phil Haynes, Armanta Brantley. We got Aunt Carol Walker Welsh. We got Carrie Ann Brooks. We got Jeremiah Williams, Tony Smith, Antoinette Pinson, Juanita Mosley, Michelle Simons, Irene Johnson, Ann Pauline, Nanny Baker, Ian Dabney. We got Quincy Yelder, Josiah Miller, Brother David Moore, Lisa Smith, William Thomas, Neva Fitzgerald, Odessa Bell, Mary Lou Roselle. Mary Lou Roselle is not Roselle. I've been saying Roselle. It's Roselle. We got Yeye Motley, Yvonne, Bonnie, Gatson Harris, and we got Brother Chris Mateen. We lift up our glass, and we salute, and we say the word of power here, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, from there. Where you at? Man, I need to get to, there we go, boom. All right. Did I got the right one? I guess it's right. All right. We lift up our glass and we toast, and we toast, and we toast, right? We move, we did our ancestors, we're going to toast the present moment. We are now, family, this is our moment. This is our moment. Of course, I don't have the right screen on. All right, let me go on and do it. Let me do it manually. There we go. Boom. Switch. Bow. There we go. All right. We lift it up. We lift it up. We lift it up. We toast it now. This is our moment. This is your time. Family, what are you going to do with it? Are you building with it? Are you making some strides? I know we got to kick it sometime, but hey, some days we got to sit down and we got to do that work. Are you taking your time to do your work? Are you following the 224 self-help process? Spending 2 hours developing yourself. Of course, you can't start off with 2 hours because most of them can't do that. But you can start with 2 minutes. 2 minutes a day. Grow into 4 minutes a day. 4 minutes grow into 8. 8 grows into 16. 16 grows into 32 minutes. 32 minutes grow into 64 minutes. 64 minutes grow into 128. That's 2 hours and 8 minutes. And that process continues. But anyway, so we lift up our glass. We salute this moment because this is our time. This is our responsibility. Are we building something that will last? Are we building for eternity? We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Oh my God. Where you at? All right. From there, we're going to move and we're going to toast the future. We're going to toast our children, our children's children onto infinity because this is what we're building for a family. Let's lift up the children. We say, Ashe. Ashe. From the babies, we move to all of our relations. We lift it up and we say, Ashe. From all of our relations, we're going to move to those special causes. Any special causes out there? Come on now, lift it up. And also, we want to lift up all those that are sick, right? All those that need the healing energy. We want to send the healing energy out for all aspects of healing, right? We're lifting it up. We're going to talk about that tonight. We're lifting it up and we say, Ashe. From there, we're going to move in power, and we're going to do that selfish toast. This is for you. I ask you, what do you need right now? What do you need right now in this moment to move towards your greatness? I'm lifting it up. Come on now. What is it you need right now in this moment? Lifting it up. Ashe. From there, we're going to move to our tribe. I'm going to lift up my tribe. My tribe is Gye-Nyame. Lifting up my tribe, and we say Ashe. And of course, I want to toast the most magnificent, most beautiful, most uplifting, the wisest, and the bravest individual in the room. Lifting my glass up to you. I lift it up, and we say Ashe. Last but not least, gonna lift up our glass to the Creator. We started with the Creator, we end with the Creator, and with that, we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Woo! That is good. That is good. That is good. All right, family, I want to thank y'all for joining us.
What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.
Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. We'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey, and let's build together.